Let's see if VTech works. VTech kicking on! What's going on, guys? Today is a brand new video. Now today we are back at the Civic again. We're running a little issue, but hopefully we can fix that today. Installing JackSpania racing harness. This is for a OBD2B. B is later models. A, I think, is the earlier models. This is a tucked harness, so these wires are basically extended so you can make them cleaner, and they're also, luckily, you see there, they're labeled O2. You got DIS, you got VSS for speed sensor, fans, all that stuff. Everything is labeled within this harness and extended, and it has this nice quality little, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a certain type of tape to make it nice and fancy. A brand new harness from JackSpania Racing. If y'all guys are interested in this harness, make sure to check the link down below. I believe I have a little link to that so you guys can save a little bit of cash on the harness or any JackSpania products. So the reason why we are installing a new harness today is because I've been recently having an issue on the VSS, which is a vehicle speed sensor. Basically, long story short, the odometer on the clock when I drive the car, for some reason it doesn't read how fast it goes. Probably the speed sensor, right? So I replaced the speed sensor, brand new. It worked for a little bit and then it stopped. You can't see it, it's really deep down and dark, but basically on the harness of the end of the speed sensor, basically it would be rusted inside the pins. So actually that's what kind of helped me fix the problem for a little bit. When I bought this car, someone already rebuilt this motor and put this car inside. Most of this stuff is like kind of hacked up. I mean, not even the O2 sensor, the second O2 sensor is not plugged in. And I feel like this whole harness is hacked up, or maybe it's possibly from an automatic D series. So that's what we are gonna try to fix today. Hopefully fix the problems. I think the motor is almost bye-bye, and we need to rebuild it soon. So plus the harness will make it look a lot cleaner. Hopefully it could clean some of this stuff, especially back here. See, it's kind of sloppy. So hopefully we could try to fix that today. I just want to show you guys a little bit closer of the harness since I have it on the car. It's wrapped in and it's labeled, which will make it 10 times easier just to plug all this stuff in. All right, so we have the battery out and we also took out the ECU. Here it is, the ECU is all out, it's all unplugged now. And also these plugs are unplugged. Because the battery is already out, we can actually pull this, pull this harness right out. And just like that, look at this harness, it's finally out. I know there's one right here, it's not supposed to be exposed like that, and that could cause any electrical issue. Because this is all cramped up, I'm not sure if it, like I said, if it's from an automatic D series or not. Turns out I don't think it needs to use my OBD jumper harness. It actually just plugs right in. All right guys, so it's the next day and I actually was trying to figure out overnight, trying to make this thing run. It is my first time wearing a harness, and big shout out to my boy Blueberry Civic that was helping me. Without him, I would probably not be able to get this thing running. Finally was able to get it running. If the video looks a little bit different, I am filming on my phone. I know it's kind of hard to show you guys on the car because it's already in, and I didn't do the best job of explaining on how it works and how it's plugged in. Everything is labeled on here so you cannot miss a plug. Some are specifically shaped. As long as you follow that, it should be fine. And yeah, car actually works. It runs fine, because before the car was misfiring like crazy, and also the speed sensor wouldn't work. And what I mean by that is that the clock on the cluster wouldn't be able to read how fast the car was going. So if I was going 30, it would read 0. If I was going 70, it reads 0. If I was going 20, it would read 0. Remember I was saying earlier that the harness was already messed up when we took it out. Well, check this out. The harness is pretty messed up. It made it ran super bad because I think all this exposed wire is actually making it running worse. So let me just find a plug, for example. Some of these wires, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but they are covered in grease and oil, and that could cause a bad connection. Now I could have cleaned them, but as I start going deeper into the harness, this is an injector plug, and as you can see, if you look very closely, if it focuses, you could see that the wire is actually showing the insulation is not there, and that is what's going on for all of these wires. And that's what's been causing my misfire. I have a check engine, and for some reason also the VSS wouldn't work. Most of those wires were already stripped. A lot of it has to do with the harness, so it literally fixed 3 problems in order to get this build going, and we need to make it run smooth first, eventually rebuild the motor and go turbo. I am very glad that this car runs a lot better now. I am planning on rebuilding this motor, so that's why I didn't make the wires all clean and cut as right now. When I first started up this car, it actually wasn't starting up. It wasn't getting no power, and then turns out I actually blown a fuse. This fuse right here that I'm touching was actually blown. Other than that, everything started running. I want to say a big shout out to JackSpania. Make sure you guys check them out in link bio. It's not only they sell harnesses, but they sell a lot of K series, H series, B series, D-series parts, headers, wiring harnesses, shifters, like all kinds of stuff that you could think of. They have it on their website and for a affordable price. And also y'all guys could use my discount code. It will save y'all guys a little bit of money. This is a 23-year-old car, and a lot of things could happen within the 23 years that someone owned it. It runs perfectly fine. It actually hits VTEC now. Let's see if VTEC works. VTEC can go! This is the end of the video. Make sure to go check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time in the next one.